Good afternoon. Today is the 9th of January and we're recording 3 videos today. One looking at top 10 best-selling cars of December 2024, one looking at the top 10 best-selling cars of 2024 as a whole, and a third one looking at the top 10 best-selling cars of 2018 and 2024. Which one of those do you prefer? Let me know in the comment section below. But for now, let's get on with the top 10 best-selling cars of December 2024. So 2024 as a whole, we don't do this more than once a year, but it's actually quite interesting to see what's going on. And some things are predictable, some things are not. So if we look at the year to date, total sales for 2024 were just under 2 million. And the change was actually positive. It was up by 2.6%. Let's look now at the power source breakdown. Diesel, forbidden fuel, in decline all the time. Market share last 2023 was 7.5%. It's now 6.3%. Percentage change is about minus 14%, and number of cars sold has gone down from 142,000 to 123,000. Petrol has also declined. It's not a surprise either. It's about 4% down. Was 56% of the market in 2023. 2024, 52. Number of cars sold has decreased from about 1.06 million to 1.02 million. Battery electric cars, no surprise. Market share has massively jumped. Thank you, zero emission vehicle mandate. Although they haven't actually met the target. It was supposed to be 22% and £15,000 per car, that wasn't compliant. But didn't reach that target. So if you reach 20% of the target, which sort of did, that would mean for every single car that was over the number you should have sold, £15,000 per car. So it was 69%, now 90.6%. That's a 21% increase. The year for 2023 was about 315,000. Last year, 382,000. Plug-in hybrids have increased as well. 2023, 7.4%. 2024, about 9%. That just changes about 80% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 141,000 to 167,000, or actually it's close to 168. Then normal hybrids, again, they've increased. They've gone up from 12.5% in 2023 to 13.4% in 2024. That's a 10% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 238,000 to 261,000. Let's have a look now at the private fleet and business sectors. The fleet sector has massively increased over 2023. It's gone up to 60%. And these cars now make up the vast majority of cars sold over here, actually. Up from 55%, so 12% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from about 1.04 million to 1.16 million. Private sector is down by about 9%. Market share has gone from 43% to 38%. Number of cars sold has gone from 818,000 to 746,000 last year. Business is tiny. The market share has barely changed. It was 2.3%, now it's 2.2%. That's a 3% decrease. But when you're talking 44,000 versus 43,000, it's not significant. So we're looking at just the year. We're not looking at December specifically. And we can see the top seller for last year was a Ford Puma, again, at 48,000. Then was the Kia Sportage, 47,000. I honestly thought the Sportage was going to beat the Puma this year, but it hasn't. There we go. So next was the Qashqai, 42,000. Next, the Duke, 34,000. So a big drop between third and fourth positions. Fifth was Tesla Model Y, which is surprisingly in fifth place of all the cars sold last year. 33,000. Then the Volkswagen Golf, about 32,000, just over. And the Hyundai Tucson, just underneath the Golf, around again about 32,000. Then we have the 8th and 9th, which are very close, both about 30,000. The MGHS, which I have driven, the new one that came out in about September, and then the Volvo XC40, which is not a straight to a top 10, but considering that car's been out for a long time, it's been out at least 6 years. I'm quite surprised they sell so many of them, but they do. About 30,000 again. And then the Polo number 10, which is actually the only Super Mini in the top 10 now, about 29,000. So now we're going to look at how each individual manufacturer is doing. And yes, it's actually quite a positive year for lots and lots of the brands. Now, if you want to look at the statistics, looking at the percentage change in market share between 2018 and 2024, then there's a separate video looking at, but we're just looking at last year's change between 2023 and 2024. So Abarth, they actually have gone up by 16%, and market share stayed the same, though it's a 0.05% because it's such a small thing, but nevertheless, an increase of about 100 cars, 886 versus 1027. Alfa Romeo, kind of similar. Market share has increased very slightly to 0.09%. Number of cars sold has gone from about 1,550 cars to about 1,700, which is an 8% increase. Alpine, also an increase, 25% actually it is, although it's 297 versus 371. Which isn't necessarily the most. I mean, that's still remaining about 0.2% of the market. Audi, not quite as big a year as last year, 122,000 cars versus 137. Market share has gone from 7.2 to 6.3. That is about 11% decrease. Bentley, about 1,300 cars sold in the year as a whole. In 2023, last year, about 900. Market share has dropped from 0.07% to 0.05. Number of cars sold has gone, number of cars sold and market share has gone down by 30%. BMW, huge figures here. 125,000 cars sold last year, which was 6.4% of the market. In 2023, it was about 112,000 and 5.9% of the market, so a 12% increase. BYD, huge increase in sales over 2023, is 659%, which is remarkable. They've gone from 0.06% of the market to 0.45% of the market now. So we've got the Seal, the Seal U, the Dolphin, the Atto 3. We've got more on the way. So there we go. Chevrolet, for some reason, has gone from 102 cars to 1 in the year. I think maybe they've pulled out of this country now. I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comments below, because that's a 99% decrease. So there we go. Citroën, very consistent actually. About 31,000 cars to 30,000. Market share has dropped by a tiny amount, 1.6% to 1.5 approximately, something like that. And it's minus 2% in terms of the market share over 2023. Cupra, about 18% increase, which is good. It's a brand that didn't exist when we were looking at 2018 figures. So 1.4% of the market now to 1.6. Number of cars sold has gone from 26,000 to 30,000. Dacia up by 10%. The market share has actually gone up from 1.5 to 1.6%. Number of cars sold has gone from 29,000 to 31,000. DS, not good, not good at all. 52% decrease. Number of cars sold has gone from 2,400 in the year to 1,200. Wow, that's bad, isn't it? Market share is hard from about 0.13 to 0.06. Fiat, 14% decrease. The market share has gone down from 0.9 to 0.7. Number of cars sold has gone down from 16,600 to 14,300. Fisker, we need to look at Fisker. This is just depressing. Okay, we'll look at this. So market share is 0.01% in both cases. 160 cars sold in 2023, 259 cars sold in 2024, for what it's worth. I saw a Fisker the other day, actually. That's all I'll say. 62% increase. Ford, not good. Minus 24%. Number of cars sold has gone from 144,000, 110,000. The market share has slipped from 7.6% to 5.6%. Genesis, oh dear. I love Genesis cars, but nobody buys them. They sell fewer than Sanyong and KGM now. Anyway, so 11% decrease. Market share has gone from 0.07 to 0.06. Number of cars sold, 1,400 to 1,200. Honda, very good, 21% up. Market share has gone from 1.3 to 1.6. And number of cars sold has gone from 25,000 to 31,000. Hyundai. So we've got bigger figures here, and actually up by 5.4% over 2023. Number of cars sold has gone from 87,000 to 92,000. Market share has gone from 4.6 to 4.7. Ineos, I don't really say much about them. I think that's just some of the Grenadiers still. I think that's it. And the sales are up, down significantly, actually down. I do apologise, down by 60%. So number of cars got gone from 877 to 350, and the market share has dropped from 0.05 to 0.02. JQ, nothing to compare it against. Jaguar, this is a real surprise, up by 17%. Number of cars sold has gone from 14,200 to 16,600, despite everything that's been going on. They're actually doing better than they were. Market share has gone from 0.75 to 0.85. Jeep, huge increase, 193%. Market share has gone from 0.16 to 0.46. Number of cars sold has gone from 3,000 to 9,000. KGM at 16,000. 1,600 it is, and 0.8% of the market. We need to go down to Sanyong and have a look at that. 1,660 cars and 0.9% of the market. So not a massive difference, really, considering all the rebrand we've had to sort of undertake, and it seems to have got worse from when they were called Sanyong. That's a shame. Okay, so Kia, 4% up. Number of cars sold has gone from 108,000 to 112,000, and that's enough to go from 5.7% of the market to 5.75% of the market. Land Rover, quite strong sales actually, up by 15%, sort of about 53,000 to 61,000. A number of cars sold has gone from 2.8% to 3.1%. Lexus, 4.3% of the market. The market share has gone from 0.84% to 0.85. Number of cars sold has gone from 16,000 to 17,000. Maserati, really bad actually, minus 47%. Down from 900 cars to 469 cars. Maxus, they've only sold 31 cars in the last year, so we won't sort of think about them too much. Mazda, not good, down by 7%, 1.6% of the market versus 1.5% last year, and 30,500 cars, and last year 28,000. Mercedes-Benz, a good year for them, 17% up. Last year, 103,000 cars sold as opposed to 88,000 in 2023. Market share has gone up from 4.6 to 5.3%. MG barely changed actually, barely changed at all. Both times about 81,000 in 2023 and 82,000 in 2024. Market share has gone from 4.3% to 4.2%, simply because of the number of cars sold actually increasing last year, about 0.3%, despite the market share being down a bit. Nissan actually have done quite well. They're up by 12%, considering what's going on globally. It's quite surprising, really. And then number of cars sold has gone from 89,000 to 100,000. The market share has gone from 4.7 to 5.1. Moda, nothing to compare against. Aura, actually, they've had an all right year. They've only got one car on sale. It's the Euro 3, formerly the Funky Cat. And it's gone from about 0.5% of the market to 0.6% to 0.06, not 0.05 to 0.06. Number of cars sold has gone from 900 to 1,200, so that's good. Peugeot, they have remained consistent. Actually, have had an increase. It's about 10% up. has gone from about 3.3% to 3.5%, and number of cars sold has gone from 62,000 to 69,000. Polestar, not good. They are in trouble, actually, Polestar. 31% down. Market share has gone from 0.7 to 0.5, actually, 0.5. Number of cars sold has gone from 12,500 to 8,700. Porsche, exactly 20,000 cars sold last year to the actual digit. It's that exact. It was 24,000 last year, and actually the market share has gone down by 17.5%, and it's gone from 1.3 to 1%. Renault, a very big year for Renault in this country, 36% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 43,000 to 58,000, and the market share has leapt from 2.2 to 3%. Seat, increase, 14%. Number of cars sold has gone from 32,000 to 37,000, and the market share has gone from 1.7 to 1.9%. Skoda, also good. Skoda, 12% up. Number of cars sold gone from 70,000 to 79,000. Market share was 3.7%, now it's 4%. Skywell, I've never heard of them. Smart has gone up by 152%, so excellent work. 0.04%, now at 0.1. Number of cars sold has gone from 785 to 2,000, so it's a big increase. Sanyong, we talked about. Subaru, really consistent, but both times about 2,400 cars sold. Market share has dropped very slightly from 0.13 to 0.12, even if they've sold 10 cars more, and the increase is about 0.4%. Suzuki, minus 13%. I don't know why. They make some fantastic cars. They are quite expensive though now. The Vitara just had a facelift, and the same car has been on sale since 2015, and it's now £27,000 for the base model, which is utterly crazy. Anyway, so yeah, 27,000 versus 23,000 last year. Market share has gone from 1.4 to 1.2. Tesla, so here we go. 1.5% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 50,000 to 50,300. It's not a better increase. Actually, the market share has stayed at about 2.6%. Toyota, they're on like 101,000 cars for 2024 versus 110,000 cars for 2023, which means a decrease of about 8%. And market share has correspondingly decreased from 5.8 to 5.2. Vauxhall, down again. They sold over 100,000 cars in 2023, like 100,417, but last year is about 79,000. So the market has gone from 4% to 5.3%, and that is a 21% decrease. Volkswagen, up. No, sorry. The up has just been discontinued, and an up just drove by, actually. Volkswagen sales have increased by 2.6%. A number of cars sold has gone from 162,000 to 166,000, so they're the top brand for last year. And the market share has remained exactly the same at about 8.5%. Volvo up by 32%, principally because of the XC40 being number 9 in the top 10 bestsellers for last year. And has gone from 2.6% to 3.4% of the market. And that means 50,000 cars in 2023, 66,000 in 2024. And overall, it's gone from about 1.9 million to just under 2 billion, actually. It's a 2.6% increase on 2023. So that's it. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like this video, leave a comment below. There are also 2 other videos. One is about the top 10 best-selling cars of 2024. One is about the top 10 best-selling cars of 2018 versus 2024. So if you want to watch those, then you're very welcome as well, although they will come out in a particular order. So yes, we will see you soon for more, I don't know, possibly exciting statistics.